Welcome to the space where your daily rhythm finds a new beat. This is the place where your ordinary routine gets a fresh start, and where you finally learn how to reclaim your life, one intentional step at a time. If you are tired of waking up without a sense of direction, if you are fed up with feeling like you are constantly drowning in distraction, or if you feel like life is moving at 100 miles an hour while you are stuck in neutral, then you are exactly where you need to be. Today, we are going to change that. We are not just going to talk about productivity hacks. We are going to look at how to design your day like someone who is finally ready to take the driver's seat of their own existence. This is not about filling your calendar with endless to-do lists that just make you feel more stressed. This is about your time, your focus, your dreams, and your future. If you truly grasp the concepts I am about to share, you will never look at a 24-hour cycle the same way again. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever reached the end of a day exhausted, feeling like you were busy from dawn until dusk, yet when you lay your head down at night, you felt like you accomplished absolutely nothing of value? You were tired, but you were not proud. You were moving, but you were not growing. You were just reacting to everything around you, merely surviving. That is how millions of people spend their lives. They wake up without a plan. They let their phones dictate their mood. They rush through tasks, and they lose control. But here's the truth that changed everything for me. Your day is not just a passing unit of time. Your day is your entire life, condensed into small, manageable pieces. Every choice you make today is building the person you will become tomorrow. Every habit you reinforce today is deciding the results you will see next year. When you waste an hour, you are not just losing time, you are losing an opportunity to grow, to gain freedom, and to find joy. Because how you live your day is, quite simply, how you live your life. That is why we must stop letting the hours control us and start designing them with clarity and purpose. And the best part? You do not need a perfect life to see results. You just need one powerful day repeated. And the best part for your growth? This process will sharpen your English, improve your listening, and help you master the language of success. If you are ready to stop drifting and start building, make sure you join our community right now. Let us grow together. Let us begin the most important lesson of your life. Lesson 1. The evening ritual of preparation. Let us jump straight into the first step, which is arguably the most critical shift you can make. Prepare your to-do list before you even think about going to sleep. This is not just a simple productivity tip. It is a sacred ritual that acts as a reset button for your entire life. Think about how you currently end your day. If you go to bed with your mind cluttered with unfinished business, nagging worries, and a mental pile of things you forgot to do, your brain keeps running in circles all night long. You are essentially leaving your tabs open in your brain while you try to rest, and that is why you wake up feeling like you are already behind. When you wake up in that state, you are reactive. You grab your phone, you scroll through notifications, and suddenly, the world is telling you what to care about. The day starts by controlling you, rather than you controlling the day. But when you write down your tasks the night before, you are setting a boundary. You are telling your subconscious that the work is managed, the plan is set, and it is safe to rest. This allows you to drift off with peace, knowing exactly what to expect when you wake up. The science behind this is fascinating. When you put your tasks on paper before sleep, your subconscious mind continues to process these problems while you dream. It is like having a background worker organizing your day while you recharge. By the time you wake up, you are not starting from scratch or trying to figure out where to begin. You are starting with momentum. Even the most successful people, from elite athletes to high-level executives, rely on this because they understand that preparation is the ultimate form of power. Here is how you do it effectively. Take about 5 to 10 minutes before you wind down. Put the phone away, turn off the noise, and grab a physical notebook. Do not use your phone for this, as the blue light and notifications will only derail your focus. Write your plan in 3 simple layers. First, identify your top 3 non-negotiables. These are the tasks that absolutely must get done to move your life forward. Pick one big goal for your future, like studying or building a project. One medium task for your personal life, like health or family. And one small task for maintenance, like answering a quick email. Do not list 20 things. That only creates anxiety. Focus is where the power lives. Second, if you want extra structure, roughly map out your time blocks. You do not need to be a robot, but having a general idea, like spending your first morning hour on deep work or English study, gives your day a backbone. Finally, layer 3 is visualization. Before you close your eyes, take a moment to imagine yourself moving through tomorrow calmly. See yourself finishing those tasks, staying away from distractions, and feeling that sense of pride by the evening. Your brain does not distinguish clearly between a vivid vision and a reality. So by rehearsing your success before you fall asleep, you are literally training your mind to follow that path. When you wake up, you will not waste time wondering what to do. You will simply start. That is the power of being prepared. Don't let tomorrow be a mystery. Take control tonight. Lesson 2. Master the sequence and find your flow. Now that you have your list, let's talk about the order of operations. Success isn't just about checking off 10 or 20 items. It is about doing the right things in the right sequence with the right level of energy. Think of your day like a musical composition or a well-choreographed dance. You wouldn't just jump into a spin before you've learned the steps, would you? A chaotic day is like a song with no rhythm, just noise. But a sequenced day is a masterpiece. Most people wake up and immediately fall into a trap of multitasking. They try to brush their teeth while checking emails, scroll through social media while planning their lunch, and open their laptop only to get distracted by 4 different chats. That is not planning. That is pure panic. And let me tell you, panic is the fastest way to kill your productivity. When you don't have a clear flow, your brain spends half its energy just deciding what to do next. That is mental fatigue you simply cannot afford. When you create a sequence, you decide what comes first, second, and third. You stop leaving your day up to chance. It is just like following a recipe. You don't throw the ingredients into the pan at random. You follow a logical order to get the best result. When you have this rhythm, you feel less overwhelmed because your brain trusts the system. You stop wasting time on decision fatigue and start pouring that energy into actual progress. Start your day by focusing on your foundation. You don't need to jump into heavy work the second you open your eyes. Begin with a launch pad, a quick, peaceful routine that preps your mind and body. Once you are ready, hit your focus block. This is your high energy zone. Your brain is sharpest in those first 2 hours, so tackle your most important work here. Whether it is learning new English vocabulary, writing, or building your business, do it before the world starts asking things of you. After your main focus block, shift into lighter tasks, admin work, emails, or chores. Keep this part of your day fast and simple. Then, make sure to add a movement block. Physical activity is the ultimate reset button. Even a 20-minute walk or some light stretching can clear the mental fog and give you a fresh burst of energy to carry you through the afternoon. Finally, end your day by closing the loop. Reflection and resetting your space are not just chores. They are how you ensure that tomorrow starts with a win. Remember, you aren't a robot. Things will come up. A sudden call, a change in plans, a bad day. That is life. Being flexible is part of the game. If you can't get to a task in the morning, move it to the evening. If your energy is low, swap a big task for a smaller one. Be flexible like water, but keep flowing in the right direction. When you have a sequence, your life moves from a state of scattered chaos to one of steady, unstoppable progress. You aren't just managing time, you are designing a life that feels as good as it looks. Lesson 3. Protect your mental garden from digital noise. We need to address a harsh reality that is likely holding you back. The moment you wake up, you are probably reaching for your phone. You are still in bed, eyes barely open, and before you have even taken a breath, you are already inviting the entire world into your head. You start scrolling, tapping, and consuming. And just like that, your focus is shattered. You have handed over the keys to your morning to someone else's life, someone else's opinions, and someone else's drama. This is why you feel behind before you have even brushed your teeth. It is why you feel anxious, heavy, and disconnected from your own goals. The problem isn't the phone itself. It is the fact that you are choosing to react instead of lead. You are choosing to consume noise rather than create clarity. Think of your mind as a garden. Every morning, it wakes up fresh, fertile, and ready to grow whatever seeds you plant. Now, imagine the first seed you drop into that soil is a stressful news headline, a comment that makes you angry, or a notification that reminds you of everything you haven't finished yet. What do you think will bloom in that garden throughout the day? You are going to get weeds of distraction, insecurity, and stress. But what if you changed the first seed? What if you started your day with a deep breath, a glass of water, or a quiet moment to reflect on your goals? You are planting seeds of intention. By protecting the first 30 minutes of your day, you are building a shield. This isn't about being anti-technology. It is about self-respect. It is about declaring that your own thoughts and your own peace are more important than the digital noise of the world. Try this simple rule for the next 7 days. Do not touch your phone until you have finished your morning routine. Keep your phone in another room if you have to. Use a regular alarm clock. When you wake up, focus on your own reflection, not a screen. Brush your teeth, hydrate, and breathe. When you do this, you send a powerful signal to your brain. I am not here to consume. I am here to create. The difference in your productivity and your mood will be night and day. You will feel more present, more balanced, and more in control. Your brain is like a blank page every single morning. Let your own intentions write the first sentence, not the chaos of the internet. Protect your morning, and you will protect your life. Lesson 4. Visualize your ideal day. Have you ever felt like life is just something happening to you rather than something you are actively creating? You wake up, go through the motions, get distracted, and by the time the sun sets, you have that heavy, sinking feeling that you haven't actually moved the needle on your goals. You were awake, sure, but were you truly alive? That feeling isn't laziness, it is misalignment. It happens when you live without a vision. To fix this, we are going to use a powerful mental exercise called visualization. This isn't some mystical fantasy, it is life engineering. When you take a few minutes to clearly picture your ideal day, you are essentially creating a blueprint for your brain to follow. Most people spend their lives reacting to the world, waiting for motivation to strike or clarity to arrive. But clarity doesn't just show up, you have to manufacture it. Neuroscientists have found that elite athletes and performers use visualization to literally prime their brains for success. When you close your eyes and vividly imagine yourself handling tasks with focus, staying calm under pressure, and making healthy choices, you are firing the same neural pathways as if you were actually doing those things. You are training your subconscious to recognize and pursue that version of reality. Here is how you make it work. Take 3 to 5 minutes, either right before you fall asleep or right after you brush your teeth in the morning. Don't do this while lying in bed, or you will just drift off. Sit up, find a quiet space, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. Ask yourself this: if today were to go perfectly, what would that look like? Walk through your day from start to finish. See yourself waking up feeling refreshed instead of sluggish. Imagine yourself working with total focus, ignoring the urge to check your phone, and feeling genuinely proud when you cross off your most important tasks. Visualize yourself speaking kindly to others, moving your body, and ending the day with a sense of peace rather than guilt. If you are working on improving your English or your career, picture yourself confidently reading that book, writing that email, or speaking those phrases aloud with ease. When you paint this mental picture, you are telling your brain, "This is who I am, and this is where I am going." Your brain will start to look for ways to make that vision a reality. The modern world is designed to keep you running on a hamster wheel, chasing distractions and burning energy on things that don't matter. But if you stop for these few minutes to define what a successful day looks like for you, you stop chasing and start leading. You will find that you start making choices throughout the day that align with that vision. So tonight, don't fall asleep inside your stress or your phone. Fall asleep inside your vision. Build the blueprint of the life you want to create, one day at a time. Lesson 5. The power of 1% daily improvements. Let's be real for a second. Most people don't fail because they lack the drive. They fail because they try to overhaul their entire existence overnight. They watch one inspiring video and decide they are going to start waking up at 4 a.m., meditating for an hour, running a marathon, learning a new language, and writing a book, all starting tomorrow. But here is the catch. Your brain doesn't respond well to that kind of pressure. You might keep it up for 2 days, feel completely overwhelmed, and then snap back to your old ways. That is because you didn't build one solid habit. You just created 10 weak ones that were destined to collapse. This step is all about playing the long game. Instead of trying to fix everything at once, I want you to focus on improving just one tiny part of your daily routine. That is it. One shift, one upgrade, one area of progress. If you do that for 7 days, you have leveled up 7 different areas of your life without burning out. Do that for a month, and you have essentially rebuilt your identity, action by action. This is what we call slow mastery. It is the only way to make change stick. At the end of every day, take a moment to look in the mirror and ask yourself, what is one small thing in today's routine that I could do better tomorrow? Maybe you spent too much time scrolling through your phone, or you skipped your to-do list, or you didn't get around to your English practice. Pick just one of those things. That is your mission for the next day. For example, on day 1, your goal might just be to stay off your phone for the first 30 minutes after waking up. On day 2, you keep that win and add the habit of writing your to-do list at night. By day 3, you add one simple English sentence spoken aloud. Are these routines perfect yet? No, but are they better than where you were yesterday? Absolutely. And in the world of personal growth, better always beats perfect. When you commit to this 1% improvement, you start to rebuild trust with yourself. You stop chasing some impossible, distant version of success and start living it right now, one small step at a time. This isn't just motivation, it is momentum. It teaches you a new mindset. I don't need to be perfect today, I just need to be slightly better than I was yesterday. That is the secret to real discipline. It's not about punishment or massive effort. It is about quiet, consistent progress. So tonight, don't try to solve all your problems at once. Just ask yourself what one small thing you can tweak tomorrow, and then do it. That is how you rise. Lesson 6. Time blocking like a pro. Now, let's talk about a game changer, time blocking. You have your to-do list, which is great, but a list is just a piece of paper if you don't have a plan for when to actually tackle those tasks. Most people look at their list and think, I'll get to this whenever I have a spare moment. But here is the truth. If you don't own your time, the world will happily spend it for you. Time blocking is how you stop drifting and start driving. Instead of a generic list, you divide your day into specific chunks. Each block has a purpose, a start time, and a clear goal. It is like giving every hour of your day a job description. When you dedicate a block to, say, deep work or learning English, you are making a commitment to yourself. You are removing the constant, exhausting mental chatter of wondering what you should be doing next. When the mind has a clear map, it moves with speed and confidence. You don't need to schedule every single second of your day like a robot. Start small. Pick 3 core blocks. 1 block for your most important work, the heavy lifting. 1 block for your life maintenance, like cleaning or errands. And 1 block dedicated to your personal growth, like reading or exercise. Even just these 3 blocks will give you more clarity than a random, chaotic 12-hour day ever could. When you block your time, you stop multitasking. Multitasking is a myth that keeps you busy but unproductive. When you are in a block, you are focused on one thing and one thing only. If something unexpected happens, because let's face it, life happens, you don't throw the whole day away. You just shift the block or shorten it. You stay flexible, but you keep the structure. Remember, you are not creating a rigid prison for yourself. You are building a system to protect your energy. When you don't block your time, every minor notification feels like an emergency. You end up jumping from one thing to another, feeling exhausted but empty at the end of the day. But when you master your hours, you master your results. You get more done in 5 hours of blocked time than most people do in 10 hours of aimless wandering. Block your time, protect your focus, and watch how quickly your life starts moving in the direction you actually want. Lesson 7. The 3M Morning Formula. Let's talk about the 3M formula: mind, mission, and movement. Think of your morning as the thermostat for your entire day. If you start cold, scattered, or negative, you spend the next 12 hours fighting an uphill battle. But if you start warm, clear, and intentional, you glide through your tasks with a sense of purpose. Successful people don't have complicated hour-long routines. They have simple, repeatable rituals that prime their brain for high performance. The first M is mind. Feed your brain before you feed the world. Before you check a single message or scroll through a feed, take a moment to focus your thoughts. Read a page of something that teaches you. Write down one thing you are truly grateful for, or repeat a goal that keeps you driven. Avoid the noise of news or gossip. Your brain is most receptive when you first wake up, so whatever you put in first is what will echo in your mind for the rest of the day. The second M is mission. Connect with your why. Remind yourself why you woke up in the first place. What is the one thing you absolutely have to get done today to move the needle? Speak it out loud or write it down. A brain without a mission is a brain that drifts. Without this, you will find yourself lost in the weeds of busy work, wondering why you feel so drained. When you have a mission, you have a compass. The third M is movement. Wake up your body to wake up your brain. You don't need a gym session to do this. Just 3 minutes of stretching, a few jumping jacks, or even just walking around your room while you breathe deeply will do the trick. Movement spikes your blood flow, clears the fog, and puts you in a state of readiness. You can do the whole 3M formula in 30 minutes, or even 10 if you are pressed for time. It isn't about being perfect, it is about being intentional. When you take these few minutes to lead your own mind, mission, and body, you are reclaiming your power from the world. Most people wake up and immediately hand their day over to others. But you are different. You are starting your day by taking the lead. Mind, mission, movement. Every single morning, every single day. Lesson 8. Close the loop with evening reflection. We spend our days in a constant state of motion, planning, pushing, and performing. But then the sun sets, and what do most people do? They collapse into their phones, scroll mindlessly, and drift off to sleep with a head full of unfinished thoughts. They carry the stress of today right into the next morning, repeating the same cycle of confusion. You have to realize that your day isn't truly over when the clock hits midnight. It is only finished when you sit with it, process it, and extract the lessons. This is the secret that separates those who just survive from those who actually evolve. Reflection. It is like having a private coach inside your own head. You aren't here to judge yourself or beat yourself up over what didn't go right. You are here to observe, adjust, and reset. When you take 5 to 10 minutes each evening to look back, you start to spot the patterns that are holding you back. You clear out the mental clutter, which means you can finally sleep with a quiet mind and wake up with absolute clarity. You don't need a fancy app or a long journal to do this. Just keep it simple. Ask yourself 3 questions before you turn out the lights. First, what went well today? Did you stick to your plan for an hour? Did you eat something healthy? Did you speak kindly to someone? Celebrate those wins, no matter how small. Your brain needs to know what you want to repeat. Second, what could have been better? Did you waste time in a social media rabbit hole? Did you let fear stop you from doing the work that mattered? Be honest, but be gentle. Awareness is the first step toward change. If you can spot the mistake today, you can avoid it tomorrow. Third, what is one thing I will improve tomorrow? This is your promise to yourself. Maybe it is as simple as drinking more water or putting your phone away 20 minutes earlier. Pick one thing and make it your focus. Imagine it is 9:30 p.m. The room is quiet, the screens are off, and it is just you and your thoughts. You walk through these 3 questions, and within minutes, you have closed the loop on the day. You've let go of the stress, you've set your intentions, and you've prepared your mind for a fresh start. Most people live life on autopilot, repeating the same mistakes year after year. But you are different. You pause, you learn, and you grow. A person who reflects is a person who evolves. And if you keep evolving, there is no limit to what your life can become. We have reached the end of this journey, but in reality, this is just the starting line for you. You did not just sit through a video about time management. You walked through a process to reclaim your life. You have learned how to protect your mornings, how to build a routine that works for you, how to focus your mind, and how to respect your evenings with purpose. But before you go, I want you to remember something vital. You are not here to just plan a single day. You are here to rebuild your life, one decision, one habit, and 1 hour at a time. You don't need a perfect year to see massive change. You just need one good day, repeated until it becomes your new normal. And now, you have the blueprint to build that day. If this message resonated with you, if it gave you that spark of clarity or the push you needed to finally take control, then I have one honest request. Don't just say thank you. Say yes to yourself. Say yes by hitting that subscribe button. On this channel, we don't chase trends, we chase transformation. We don't just talk about motivation, we give you the tools to build a life system that makes you unshakable. We are building a new version of you with every single video, every habit, and every step you take. If you want to keep growing, learning, and leveling up, make sure you stay connected with us. Your future self is waiting for you, and they are counting on you to start this work today. Your day is not just a unit of time, it is your life in small, precious pieces. Now that you know how to plan it with intention, go out there and live the next 24 hours like your entire future depends on it, because it truly does. We believe in your potential. Let's keep growing together. See you in the next video.